Welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, the podcast for new and aspiring indie authors.
We're your hosts, Rachel and Rob, here to help guide you on your writing journey.
Join us each episode as we share tips, insights and practical advice to help you take the next steps towards becoming a successful indie author.
Whether you're working on your first book, navigating self-publishing, or looking to connect with fellow indie authors, this is a place for you.
So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's hit the road to your publishing dreams.
Because right in the end, it's just the beginning. Good morning and good afternoon and welcome to the Indie Author Roadmap, episode 13. I'm your host, Rob Radcliffe, and...
Rachel Morton.
And Rachel Morton is here, as always. So,
yeah, I want you to record it 5 times like I had to.
Do you want to do it again? I don't mind.
No.
Okay. I'm thinking of all those, on that minute count. It was great.
I kept them in, have you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So someone's going to click on that. I'll have a listen to this. And the first 5 minutes is you introducing the show.
Yeah.
Which you did brilliantly each time. How's your week been?
It's been all right, actually. I got about 20,000 words in.
Nice one. Have you finished
10
your
of
book
them?
yet?
10 of them over the weekend. No, heck.
No.
No. It's like never-ending story.
Yeah. So it went from 60,000 words to 90,000 words.
Yeah.
And you still haven't finished it.
Still haven't finished it now. It's going to be over the 100 now because I added 10,000 to it on the weekend.
So what are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you going back over, or are you just
This is me writing the end now. I'm just first draft in the end because I'm like, I just need to get to the end of the book. Yeah. Well, literally right at the end, it's if this was a game, right? They're at the bit where they pick up all the power-ups and you know you're about to face the big boss. That's literally where they are. Yeah.
So you've not got to the big boss then?
No, it's on the other side of the door where they are.
Right, okay. So you've still got another 20,000 then, haven't you?
I know.
Big boss battle or whatever.
Although I am ending the book on a cliffhanger, so...
Right, okay. Yeah, but they're going to beat the big boss, aren't they?
They're going to fight the big boss, yeah. They've got to have the big boss. It'd be a bit crappy if I ended it now. There'd be some complaints. Yeah,
because you can't be arsed of it anymore. They've got to the door, so to speak, and go, and then they opened...
I hate cliffhangers that do that. Have you ever read a book that does that?
I did one.
Oh, I like... If you've got a cliffhanger, it's got to be that you've finished this story, and then you, have the opening to the next story, and then you end it. And that's how this is going to end.
Well, when I first wrote Barman, it wasn't part of the series, so the ending was, has he died? Hasn't he died? Because he's committing suicide all the way through it, and it just ends, and you think, and then obviously because so it was cliffhanging, it was just going to be a book in itself, and that was just going to be the end, which I quite liked. But then obviously when I realised it was going to be part of the series, I kept the ending as it was, but then it becomes a cliffhanger for the next book, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I've done some writing. The other day I smashed it, and today I've done a little bit, but I've got other bits that don't require me writing at the moment. So I'm busy.
I was writing on For the Words this morning, and I was like, I've got half an hour or so left, so I'm going to dictate because I want some good words in this, and they put it on extreme, and I just got 1,700 words in half an hour.
You got how many?
1,700 in half an hour, and because it was dictated, and then I'm like to the other guy because I play in the multiplayer, and so we beat the monster really fast. I'm like, I'm so sorry that I kind of did all the words because I was dictating, but they're like, that is cool.
Yeah, 1,700 words usually takes me about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours.
30 minutes. It was a really big dialogue part. I know it was driving me nuts, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to dictate it because I can speak it, and then I can play both parts. So I did, and then I got right into it.
Right. Were you bouncing up and down on your bed in your dressing gown?
Pretty much, yeah.
Still waiting to see a behind the scenes snippet
You,
of your writing
you,
routine.
you don't need to see that mess at all. It wouldn't be one of these, when people do my morning routine and they set the camera up and like the girls put their makeup on and then they lie in bed and pretend to get up all fresh. That's not what you would get.
Hair perfect. Like, this is
Yeah,
how I live.
no, you'd get hair tied back, glasses,
Yeah.
random torn pajama t-shirt.
Tits hanging out. I find,
No, not that bad actually.
no,
No, no, but I would be definitely a poster child for the starving artist.
yeah, it makes me laugh some mornings. Shan will wake up and she's had a really strappy top on, and one tit's just there at the side, and she doesn't realise, and she's walking downstairs with it flapping around. I don't tell her. I don't mention it. It's only when she goes to make the brews and burns
Something's a bit
herself.
cold.
Yeah, never mind. Right, so what we're going to talk about today, it's kind of like a part two on last week's, yeah?
Yeah, it's promoting your first books where you don't have an audience.
Right. So, how did you do that?
See, mine was back in the easier days of Facebook when it wasn't a pay to play. So I was very lucky with mine because it was when Facebook pages first came out and I would post what I was writing on there and just share it to my page. And because I had random people on my Facebook, they would go off and read it and comment.
Right.
Yeah. But you post anything on your page now, like you could have 10,000 people and 3 people see it unless you pay for the promo.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that was really unhelpful. So, how would
Yeah.
you how would you do it, given that you don't have a time machine to go back to 2012? How would you do it these days if you were to if you had
um,
say you had your first in the series and you had a reader magnet prequel? What
yeah.
would you
I mean, I suppose I had that when I wrote Jigsaw Girl because that was like, I didn't really have an audience then.
do? Yeah.
And I just posted on social media links to the book and I shared as I was writing it and like I made my connections I think while I was writing it.
So you were constantly promoting it while you
Yeah, I
were
was
writing.
talking about it as like a new writer. Like on my Instagram or on my Facebook and I was because it's a police procedural, you can go into the groups of that genre and then talk to other readers about books that they're reading and not go in there with the purpose of selling your book but go in there to make connections with other writers and readers and then they add you on Facebook and then they will automatically see what you're posting on your page or they'll follow you on Instagram. It's being in those spaces without promoting
And
yourself.
yeah, that's quite a good point because writers are readers first.
Yeah.
So if you connect and say I'm a new writer, I'm and on whatever social media channels, and you find these groups and stuff, all these other authors, they enjoy reading in that genre, otherwise they wouldn't be writing in it. I'm guessing. So they might buy a back book, and even if they don't, you've made these connections. So when you do start to think about mailing lists and promotion, you can reach out for them and see if you can do uh, newsletter swaps and all that kind of stuff to kind of give, because people just love giving other people a leg up, generally
Yeah.
speaking, in the indie world, don't they?
Yeah. The other thing, I was fortunate enough that I already, cause it was like it was being a new starter but with experience for me. So like I already knew how to do Facebook ads. So I did a really cheap Facebook ad. I'm talking like £3 a day. I gave myself like a £100 budget for the whole month
Yeah.
just for that book when it first came out. So it works out like £3 a day. It's nothing. And so I got readers and reviews that way, and that's how I got the exposure.
Was that Facebook, that £3 Facebook ad? Was that to
Yeah, yeah.
download
And
the?
I went in it with the mindset of I don't care if I lose or don't break even. It's just it's still you get readers.
were you advertising the reader magnet that they could download now?
No, I was just advertising my book, when it first came out. I did it like for a couple of months, and then I was like, okay, I've got reviews now and stuff like that, and I'm going to turn the ads off because obviously when you're advertising, you really need to have 2 or 3 books, don't you? Because you need something for them to carry on, and obviously it's only got 1 book on it at the moment. Yeah, but I just did stuff like that. But yeah, mostly it was talking about it.
Yeah. So, what other ways is? I mean, I've always loved email marketing, even though I haven't done it for a while. But the idea behind it, basically, you can get these promo sites, and all they are is a massive email list. So, BookBub is the biggest one in the world, and they've got millions of people on this list of hungry readers in different genres that want to find out about new books or discounted books. So and then you've got other ones like Free Booksy, Bargain Booksy, God, there's loads. ENT, Kindle Deals Today. There's millions
Yeah.
of them. I think I'll have to do a list and put it on the website, won't I? And all you're doing is paying for a spot for them when they send out their email to their readers every week. Usually, you've got a spot on there, and it's in front of people that can download your book. I mean, usually, I've done it both ways. I've spent a little bit of money, and I've done it free. So first in the series is free, and then if you've got more than 1 book, you'll see a little bit of read through. People that enjoyed book 1 that they got for free, they'll pick up book 2, 3, and you might make your money back and what you've spent. The fuck was the other way? And the other way is first in the series, 99 cents or just really discounted loads, and then people are paying, and they're more, because they're already paying, you're more likely to get read through. There's a lot of freebie hunters that we've talked about before that love a free thing, but if you're paying for a paid slot on these emails, you find that you won't get as many downloads, but you'll get a little bit of money back, but you get more read through. And these people have paid for your first book, they like it, and they will go on to read the next ones because they've no qualms about paying less than what it would cost a cup of coffee.
If you have the promotion and you have your book like at 99 cents, you might not get as many downloads because it's not free. But if you have your book in KU, so many people have KU.
Yeah.
Because I had, on my Death Dealers one, I had I got a BookBub featured deal, and it was in KU, and I made so much money from the KU part.
Did you? I mean, you would have got. Was it free first in the series?
No, it was down to 99 cents. So it was a box set
Right.
of like 3 books, and it was down from, I think I have it as $6.99, so it was down to 99 pence or cents. And then for like 3 or 4 days, and I made my money back on the sales, but then the KU reads just went phew, because it was in KU.
Yeah.
Oh, and obviously because it's a box set as well. But yeah.
Well, that is it, isn't it? Because I mean, if someone's in KU, Kindle Unlimited, and they see this deal on the box set, they're going straight to Amazon anyway and clicking on because they get it free. So it is just a way of marketing that book to those KU readers. They're
Yeah.
not going to buy it for 99 cents when they can borrow it for free. But then
Yeah.
you're getting much more than the 99 cents
Yeah.
in page
But
reads. Yeah.
but your promos worked because it still got them there.
Yeah, yeah. You have to. What experience have you had with promos other than BookBub?
See, I've used Free Booksy. That was all right. And I've mostly just used BookBub featured deals.
Right.
But other than that, it's usually I just revert to Facebook ads because
Yeah.
I don't tend to put my books down to 3 or 99 cents now unless I get a BookBub featured deal, and that's because I have a right long series, and those people that are like hunting the 99 cent book and the free books are probably not going to spend the money on the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but if I've given away a book cheap or free, you start getting messages asking, can I have your book free? I can't afford this book. Do you know what I mean? And so I never put my book now unless I've got a deal less than £2.99.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do it when I had 4 or 5 books out. I'd do these free first in the series, so like your free booksy, and I think it was about, well, it was a series one, so I'd have the 3 books, and the first one was free, and then I'd have number 2 and 3 would be. But no, number 2 would go down to 1.99. I think it was 3.99. I'd put it down to 1.99, and then number 3 would be full price, which is £3.99. And it was, I think it was about 120 quid for this series deal thing. And book 1, Meat Market, it's the reason I've got so many reviews. Book 1 would just skyrocket. I mean, I'd do the free booksy, and I think 5 or 6 thousand downloads on the first book, and then some people would also go and buy the series, and that would pay for this £125 basically that I've laid out for the deal. But not many people. Of the 5,000 people that downloaded Meat Market, I might get 20 that would go on to buy the other books.
Yeah.
So it's not a massive percentage. But what I would get would be it depends what you want. I was never doing it for the money. It was for the exposure, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's why Meat Market has over 1,000 reviews. 800 of them, I think, are 5-star. And then a good couple of hundred are fortunately 4-star, and then it teeters off, doesn't it, to people that hate you or just picked up the book that they didn't like. It wasn't the book for them.
So that's the other thing I do. I've got 3 prequels as permafrees.
Yeah,
So they'll get the book for free, but they're not signing up to my newsletter, so I'm not getting the freebie hunters, but they are getting the book for free, and then it's got a link to my books and if they want to get the next book and stuff like that. So it gets them into my world without them sitting on my newsletter list waiting for a free book that they're not going to get.
yeah, yeah. So have you ever done any promo stacking? Well, you won't have done, will you?
No, no, I'm quite lazy. I know I've got a friend who actually he's got about must have over 70 books out, and so loads and loads of series, and he swears by using the 3 days that Kindle gives you. So at the start of every month, he always gives away one of his first series free for the 5 days.
Right. So if you're in Kindle Unlimited, if your ebook is exclusive to Kindle, you get a few promotion things. One of them is 7 free days, 5 free
I
days,
think it's 5, yeah.
and then you also get something called a Kindle Countdown deal where you can put it at a cheaper price but still get the 70% royalty rate, and I think that's 7 days.
Yeah,
You can do that
yeah.
for.
So he uses that as his marketing. He's got a Facebook ad, but that on the backlist. So runs Facebook ads on the current series it's writing, but on the backlist that where there's no more books because they're finished, he just rotates through. Beginning of every month is this book's turn to be free, and then it's this book. It's always the first book because he just
Yeah.
gets them into his ecosystem.
Yeah, so it's just exposure, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
getting a big load of people on that book one, and
yeah,
then you'll get the readers through the series. It's quite a good idea.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and it works. Makes it since it gets doesn't make millions, but it gets people in, and then they come into the reader group, and then because they see what's currently being written, they get into all the banter,
Yeah,
which is another thing for promos. Actually, is having a reader group.
yeah. And that's what's a reader group.
It's a group on social media, mostly Facebook, where you have a group of people who have enjoyed your book or are supporting you and come and chat about it, and just like a little fan group, but it's free.
Yeah. So when you And we were talking about emails last week. So what you do in your welcome email automation, you'd have this reader group, and you'd mention it in one of your welcome emails for asking people to join up, wouldn't you? And that's how they'd get on there, or at the back of your books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I put my reader group everywhere as well.
You've got loads, haven't you, for Pen Name X in your reader group, or is that
Yeah.
just book page?
No, pen name X. I mean, I think it must be about 11,000 followers on my actual page. I don't know how many's in my reader group, but yeah.
There's a few ways of doing it. I mean, there's one of the things that I literally just touched on last week was when setting up your reader magnet, your extra little bit to entice readers onto your list is using Book Funnel, or what else did we say? Story Origin, Insta Freebie as a place to host it. Now, Book Funnel, if you're gonna use them, and I fully endorse them, I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, they're my favourite one.
Yeah, to host your book so that a reader can download it when you've offered it. One thing they do have is promos, and it's a quick way to get a load of people on your list, to get a little bit of exposure. And how it works is loads of authors in the same genre as you will join this promo that one of the other authors has hosted, and then you just have to talk about it to your list. I mean, it's a chicken and egg thing. Well, what if I don't have a list? But it's quite difficult when you have no one, just getting those first few. And that's where doing things like free booksy and stuff, or talking about to people, and that's where having a reader magnet is good, just because it will entice people onto your list, and then you can do these promos with other authors, and you get more readers.
Yeah.
And
If you think about it, all companies do this. Like, if Coca-Cola are bringing out a new flavour, they will literally have someone in a supermarket, in a stand with little shot glasses, giving it away.
or a new chocolate, or a new brioche or bread or whatever
Yeah,
in the
but
supermarket. And that's what a reader magnet is. It's walking into a supermarket and being offered a little bit of jam on toast because it's a new apricot and wildflower jam, and then you taste it, and some people will go, oh, it's nice that, and when they get to the jams they will pick one up. Not many people, they're just there after the little snack, but that's a freebie hunter. But that is basically it, isn't that's
yeah,
the
I've
loss leader.
I've got a new. When I finish this book and eventually get it out, it's kind of a different genre to what I normally write, so it's a different audience.
Yeah.
And I've been posting on TikTok asking for people to join the list, and they've signed up. And
Yeah,
that
I
is
mean,
literally free. So I've put up, the call to action right at the beginning, then a snippet from the book, and then my book cover, and they can just go and sign up. And I've had people sign up, and I'm like, this is cool, because when I do launch it, I've got a list that I've built up for free that I could just go, book's ready.
yeah, and that's one of the things. I mean, because I've come into this talking about freebies and stuff, and it used to just be your likes of book funnel promos, or doing book sweeps, and to find people, and they're basically email swaps with other authors. But social media these days, especially like TikTok and Instagram, if you do a post saying this is free, this is my series starter, check out my link in the bio, you're going to get people signing up because it's free, and you can do this yourself now. You don't have to rely upon
No.
places like book funnel promotions and stuff like that. And these are more organic readers because you've actually sought them out and found them, and you'll find that there's not as many freebie hunters. An author that's does really well on TikTok, he created it was a free audiobook, a free ebook version of the book he was giving away, and a few other bits and pieces, which is all digital, so it cost him nothing. And he just started hammering it on telling people on TikTok about it. Nothing went viral. He was just pretty consistent for about a month, and he got about 1,000 people, I think, a
Mm.
thousand fresh new people on. So yeah, don't discount social media like that. It doesn't just have to be Facebook where you get no engagement anymore unless you're paying for
No,
that.
you can be every, and you don't have to even have your face on it if you're shy. Like, I, my pen name X is a faceless author, and I make most of my income from there. And I post on all the social medias.
What does pen name X's arms look like?
I don't know, just arms.
Arms.
Can't use
Is
my arms because my arms are covered in tattoos.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
I think I know
but
who your name X is, but I'll never say.
but you can post whatever way you want. There's an author I follow, and she does probably 90% faceless, and then has her face on some of them.
Yeah,
And she is just consistent with posting on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. She literally posts the same thing everywhere,
yeah,
and you can see her every time she puts a new book out. She does really well with it.
yeah. I mean, for the new author, you've basically got if you're going to go social media, it costs nothing. You've got no money, so it's fine. All you need is time. It's always time versus money, and but you just make that little bit of time, and you have your reading magnet, and everything's set up for people to get. You've got your link tree or whatever, and you've got a sign up page behind that link, and then you've got your prequel or whatever it is, and you have your book one. You've got two separate avenues there to advertise, and it'll cost you nothing, and just talk about these things on social media, and you will see people starting to trickle in, people who want the free thing, and you'll get read through that way,
Yeah,
and that's the cheapest way, really, isn't it, to do anything with it?
yeah. This is one of my favourite books. I've probably talked about it a lot, so I don't know if it's coming through backwards. But it's called Share Your Work, and it literally talks about putting yourself out there and sharing what you're doing as you're doing it.
It looks like hold it up again.
Is it back? Is it coming through backwards? It looks backwards on my
No, no, it's
camera.
not. No. See, because you held it up like that, and it's a little square book. I'm guessing it's about
Yeah,
that big.
it's
For what?
tiny, right? It's literally it's like really easy to read.
Yeah,
You can read it in an hour, but it's really good for someone who was starting out in any kind of art on how to share themselves and giving the confidence to do it.
and what's that book called?
Share Your Work. It's by Austin Kleon.
No, go Austin. We won't
Yeah,
mind having a little bit of a kickback for that. That'd be lovely.
yeah. He has a Substack as well, which is really cool.
As a,
Yeah.
yeah, when you just held it up there and it little square there, I thought, is that one of those kids' cardboard books?
Pretty much that is how it looks. It's like you literally get pages with nothing on them, and it's, but it's look at that page. It's like literally nothing. But it's a really good good book. It's not got any fluff in it. It's like, yeah,
Yeah. So it's all about sharing.
yeah,
And it's always organic when you're sharing. One of the things with the your promo stacks and your freebie free booksies and your bargain booksies and stuff, you will get readers, but they're not organic because you're paying for someone else's list. But there are also a lot of freebie hunters, and that's the reason they're on these lists. So you
yeah,
might not necessarily get as many sales as you'd hope. Whereas if you're doing it yourself, these are people that you found by doing your videos and stuff, and they will be more interested, and it's more organic, and
yeah,
they will likely be your super fans if they enjoy what you do.
yeah. See, when I use Book Funnel and things like Story Origin, I don't select the has to sign up to your email address because I don't want the freebie hunters. I just want to get the book into their hands so that they can go, yeah, I like you, and I'll come and hunt you out, or nope, this is rubbish, delete.
Yeah, I mean, with my RJ Radcliffe, I'm offering. I've got 2 short stories. One for my Divine and series starters, and then one for this fairy tale we were telling series. I'm writing book 1. But I've done a few posts now on TikTok about it, and I've had sign-ups. But it's just keeping the momentum going, just getting more and more sign-ups. And then those people have read. I had a message the other day saying, really love this short story. When is the actual novel out? So I need to write it, all of it. But I'll just continue doing that, and maybe I'll get a big one, and you get a lot of sign-ups for nothing.
No.
These are 3 ways to still do things in this day and age, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how well did your Facebook ad, your £3 Facebook ad do? As
It did
opposed
alright.
to
I think I broke even. So
from read through.
from purchases on it,
Yeah.
I didn't lose any money on it, but I was prepared to lose money on it.
Yeah. No, yeah. You have to go into it when
Yeah.
you're testing these things as that's money for that. I'm not bothered if I get anything back off it.
Yeah, it was like I'm gonna do £3 a day. That's like £100 in the month. I'm prepared to not get that £100 back, but it's just getting the exposure on the book.
Yeah. And can you remember any numbers, like how many free downloads you got and stuff off? Was the click through rate good?
It sells all right actually. It did sell all right. I was probably spending £3 a day and probably making 5.
Right, cool.
But it always had something, either a sale or reads on it, and
Yeah.
for a brand new series right at the beginning that literally had nothing else pushing it, it was all right.
Yeah. And most importantly, you get those people on your list, don't you?
Exactly, yeah. And now, I really need to write book 2. I think he's got like a couple of 100 reviews on it, which I think is really cool. Because
Yeah.
I've not advertised it apart from those first 2 months, and I was actually in the bathroom in Vegas, and someone came up to me and said, "Did you write Jigsaw Girl?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did." And she's like, "I've read it. It's really good." And I'm like, "That was such a cool moment."
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's great when that happens. Have you had many experiences of that?
No, not really. But it was nice to have that.
I once had that from Divine Books. I don't know where was it now. I was in Manchester. I was in where is it now? Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester, just having a fag, and this guy kept like I saw him, and then he like turned back and kept looking at me, and I was like, "Yeah, mate," and he's like. Sorry, this sounds really weird, but are you Rob Radcliffe? It was before I turned it over to RJ Radcliffe. I was like, yeah, looking for the police, and and he went, I've read Divine, your book, The Divine. I was like, oh really? Oh really? Really? You were that one person, were you? I did
Yeah.
wonder. And yeah, it was dead nice. And
Yeah.
I
And
said,
then you start feeling like a fraud.
yeah, and I said, have you signed up to my list? And he's like, yeah. I'm going to try your other ones, and yeah, he's never emailed me or anything, which I like it when they email you. These
Yeah, I
people,
do. I love getting emails of
yeah,
people.
it reminds you that
Nice
you're not.
emails. Nice emails, not when they're linking their scathing review. I don't want those emails.
They usually won't know, will they? They'll just do the horrible review and go, right, I've had it with
Oh,
that
well, no,
person.
I said when we did our review episode, I had someone message me that really, really nasty, full of swearing at me review, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, oh, that review's been taken down now.
Oh,
That nice but horrible one.
yeah,
I've got a
good.
screenshot of it though. I'm going to frame it, I think. Put it on my wall. I just really love to be able to speak to this person, but I can't because it just said Kindle review. It didn't have a name or anything, and yeah, that's a bit horrible how you can't contact your own
You
reviewers.
used to be able to comment on reviews, but they took it off.
Yeah, it's a shame. Never mind. So, what other ways of promotions would you do? You've got your reader magnet and you've got your book one.
I don't know. What would you do if you were starting now and you had your first book? What would you do?
Well, I am starting now with this fairy tale retelling series. It's
Yeah, but is it going under a new pen name?
no, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a completely, it's although it's fantasy, the divine and the fairy tale are very different genres, you know. So it is
Yeah.
like people who read, the divine stuff won't necessarily like this. And also, it's in third. I'm writing it in third person. All my
Yeah.
stuff's always in first person. It's a very different voice, if you like. So although it's under the RJ Radcliffe, I'm treating it as a new pen name. And yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just using TikTok. That's my answer for everything these days.
Yeah. I would messing. I got a new shiny idea, and I think it's going to be my next book to write,
Yeah,
kind of thing. But I'm going to put it under a variation of my name. So it'll still be me. I'm looking to just put it under R.A. Morton. So it'll still be me. I'm copying you there and just using the initials. And then,
but it's a new pen name.
but it's a new pen name, yeah, because
You
I'm
have to do
signed
all
off.
the other stuff again.
Yeah, why not have three pen names now? So, yeah. But I'm gonna use TikTok and Instagram, and so while I'm writing it, I'm going to just share shit everywhere.
Yeah. So I have two thrillers written, and they're in a series, and
Right?
I've half written a, a reader magnet. It'll be about 30,000 words, so it'll be a novella, and I'm not touching them. They're ready. They've been edited. Everything. They're ready to go. I don't have covers for them just because if I had covers for them, I'd want to put them out. But they have to be under a third pen name. They
Yeah.
can't. I can't have this shiny lad bullshit or my grown up time travel stuff and then throw thrillers in there. And this is the reason I'm not.
You could probably get away with it with your time travel genre
How?
because that's still a kind of it's a more. I imagine that's kind of like a thrillery stuff, but it's just fantasy.
No, it wouldn't
No,
work.
just have a. We'll both have a third pen name for 2025.
Oh, look how happy you are about it. Not a fucking chance.
I think you should do it. I think you should spend this week making covers for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because, right, if we both start our third pen names this year, we can show the process of getting known.
No. I'm not doing it. You do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not having a fucking.
I'm already doing it, and I think you need to join in.
No. I don't have. Right. Okay. Yeah. So in a couple of weeks' time, when you put on the Indie Author Roadmap group, sorry, there won't be an episode this week because Rob's had a fucking breakdown again, and he's unpublished everything because he's got too many pen names and stuff. No, I'm not doing it. They can wait. They can wait. I'll tell you when they can wait. They can wait until at least 2027. I've got the Assassin's Game, which is book one. I've got the Assassin's Awakening, which is book two. I'll write book
They
three.
sound like really amazing titles that need to go on Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't got a name for the prequel novella thing, but yeah, Assassin's Game, Assassin's Awakening, both done, and then I've got the third book that I might write in 2026, maybe, and then I'll release them as a trilogy. I'm not touching it right now. No, fuck off. Do you know what the reason why? Right? The reason
I think we should put a vote in the group. And see.
No, because everyone will fucking vote for it. No. No one's going to vote or not, poor Rob. No. There's no vote. And if you do vote, shame on you. No, it's not happening. Just because I want to finish off my Ladlet series, which will be 10 books, maybe 11 books. And when that's finished, I can put it on it's done. And it's just a matter of, it's backlist then. And then I'm not really doing anything with the Rob Radcliffe pen name. Then, and only then, might I venture into another pen. I even know the name of the pen name as well.
You just need covers.
Yeah. And the pen name is going to be James Eyre. I think I mentioned it before because it's my middle name, and I had my mum's maiden name when I was born, so James Eyre, and I thought I quite like that name.
Yeah.
And it's catchy just because of Jane Eyre.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that will be the name of that. And also, there's a lot of Jameses, isn't there, as authors?
James is a popular thriller author name.
So I'm going to be jumping on that in 2027 if I'm not dead.
If you've not done it by summertime this year.
I won't have. I've got my publishing schedule this year, but I will. Yeah, but I'll have the trilogy, which will be great, and I will do it all in one go. Rapid release, the first three. But I need to finish off something before I do. The other day when you were on Facebook and you put that, how's everyone doing? And I listed to you what I was doing, didn't I? In one of the comments.
Yeah.
All those books, all those works in progress that I haven't finished. I'm not adding anything more at the moment. Well, good luck.
Yeah. I'm editing. I'm gonna edit one book at the same time as start writing this one because why not?
Why not? What genre is it?
It's gonna be a why choose.
It's going to be a what?
Why choose?
Why choose?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you Google that.
What is it?
I'm gonna let you Google that after the episode.
Why choose?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it's going to be. I just got it before it came up, yeah.
Yeah.
Your orgy book, innit?
Or as I've lovingly called it, it's my smut book.
Your reverse harem.
Yeah, but they call them Why Choose now because they take down the reverse harem titles, like TikTok and all that lot.
Why?
I was like, why not?
Yeah. I actually edited a book for a girl, and I didn't realise it was reverse harem with the end of the world and aliens invading.
Wow,
that's a lot
so
of
if,
niche.
If the reverse harem was with aliens, and so you might have had 5 aliens, but they don't. The alien romances tend to have more than one appendage.
No, it wasn't that. It was end of the world, aliens invasion, and then they're running around trying to go here, there, and everywhere, not realising what's going on. And she's just picking up people everywhere they go. Oh, a police officer, yeah, he can join the group. And then this person, and yeah, it was interesting. I've never read anything like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, she's written quite a few actually. I think she's done a series because they also had some sort of magic element to it as well, like American Indian voodoo stuff. That was all entwined. There's a lot of entwining of a lot of different ideas. You could sort of tell it was the first book,
Yeah, it sounds like she just had a really good time writing all her favourite things into a story.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Mm. So you're gonna have 3. I thought you had 3 pen names already.
I've got one that's like long ago that I don't really use and don't publish with anymore. That one's finished.
Right. Do you do anything with it?
Nah, books just sit there.
Right.
That was like my really, really super starty name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's that'll just stay there and whatever. So I have my 2 and I'm gonna add 3 because I'm just crazy. Don't have enough work as it is.
Do you ever think about doing a Steve Higgs and Steve Higgs's lots of different genres under the same pen name?
I thought about it, but then I'm like, because I've got two genres already under my Rachel pen name. I've got police procedural, and then I've got urban fantasy. But I can say that they're very similar because the urban fantasy is solving a crime, but it's
Yeah.
magic, and the police procedural solving a crime with no magic. So that's kind of the same. But then a why choose is just not going to fit in with those at all. And can you imagine someone who reads police procedural then getting recommended a smut book?
Yeah.
It's just not going to work. So
No, yeah, that's the thing, and that's well, so I've got my funnies, if you like, my rom-coms, and then very much in the same voice as will be my Millionaire trilogy, uh, and then I'm writing another one at the moment, and it's like a serial killer. It's like, have you ever watched You?
yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
that's very
think that'd fit because it's the same kind of voice, although the story's different.
yeah, but I mean You or Dexter. That's very the same
Yeah.
feel kind of thing. It's inspired by that kind of thing, but it's a female character who's a serial killer. Now it is very Rob Radcliffe in sound, but it just isn't, you know, breaking up and moping on about it like my rom coms are. You know,
Yeah.
she breaks up with someone here, she buries them. I
But when you finish your Ladlit series, are you going to write another series?
don't know.
Because
I don't know.
I would, because I assume is your Millionaire ones under the same pen name as well.
Yeah, they're going to be under, they're Rob Radcliffe. Yeah.
Yeah, so if I wrote like a serial killery Dexter one, as long as it's not, because it depends on the kind of serial killer. If you're writing a psychological thriller serial killer, then that would be under your James Eyre name. But if it's kind of like a Dexter you feel, then that would be under the same as your Ladlet.
Yeah, but then I think about like Guardian, but one in my Divine series, and it's still got that. It's still first person, so it's still like my voice kind of thing. I don't know. I just, I don't know. This is why Steve Higgs has got it right. Just
I
have
mean, he
one.
literally has everything under one name, and so does Adam, doesn't he? AP Beswick. He's just going into little RPG. He's got middle grade, hasn't he, with the Beast ones, and then he's got his fairy tale retellings,
Yeah, but
and they're all
they're all under the fantasy umbrella, though, aren't they?
yeah, but they're all different genres really on their own, especially the little RPG and the retellings. But I mean, Steve, I see lots of authors do it. Craig Martell, he writes magic books, and then he's got space opera, and then he's got thrillers that are like Mark Dawson, and then they're all under Craig Martell.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. They must segment their lists to fuck. You know,
Yeah.
just yeah,
The easy part of that is you are under one name.
yeah. The difficult. I mean, even if you're under one name, I assume there is some things. Maybe you have only got like one uh, author brand, if you like, but each series or each genre will be branded different. And also, like, say you're on TikTok, you're going to need more than one TikTok account. Otherwise, the algorithm's just going to go ape shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I sometimes think about going back to just Rob Radcliffe for everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I put so much work into RJ now. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, promos.
We kind of went off on a tangent, yeah.
So you're starting off. The best way would be to jump into social media and stuff. There will be opportunities. Usually, like when you're ready to launch book one or book two, uh, you paid ones to like do uh, promo stacks and stuff like that, just for an exposure boost when you're launching, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
See, I think I should set you some homework and you should write a post about all the different promo places there are and list them all. and then I will write a post on how I would get all the things I would do if I was starting again.
Well, shall I write mine and give it to you and you merge it all together?
Could do, yeah. Well, no, because if you did one that was like all the paid stuff that you'd use in the newsletter swaps and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll just write the steps of what I would do if I was starting brand new.
Okay. So they'll have 2 blog posts this week. When you're listening to this, those blog posts will be on the website
Yeah.
with links and stuff. Well, mine will. Yours
Yeah.
is just a story, isn't it?
I like that. I get to set your homework.
Yeah.
You can tell I was the bossy one at school.
Yeah. But no, I'm not. I'm not doing the third pen name.
I'm gonna put it to a vote.
I'm so indecisive, Rachel. The other day the other day I spent 2 hours designing a new logo for a company name because I want to change the name of my company for no reason.
Why don't you just call your company Radcliffe?
Eh?
Just call your company Radcliffe Publications.
No, that's RJR Press. But then I'd want all of them in corporate. Like at the moment, it's called Kroner's Press, my
Right.
my imprint, and but it's very geared towards my RJ Radcliffe stuff. The logo is a kind of abstract hourglass on the sides. So it's very RJ Radcliffe esque. But then I'm thinking, well, I want my Rob Radcliffe to have an. But it doesn't matter. This shit really doesn't matter. No one cares about it. But I'll spend half a day going, oh well, what about this, that, and the other, and then yeah, maybe all my books should be under one pen name after not all, and yeah. So to add another pen name into the mix of all that, no, it's no good. I'll start thinking, well, maybe I should do all my covers again or
No.
anything. Fuck.
Your covers are great. Don't touch them.
Yeah, that's what my other half says every few months when I start tweaking. And I do like these. These are my favourite one. I think this is now the 5th or 6th version, and this is my favourite. These are my favourite version of that series. Yeah, but I always see something. I think, oh, that'd look good.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
It's also it's fun. It's a fun career because you do get to do all this shit and
Yeah. So if anyone fancies like reading my thrillers, put a date in your diary for 2027.
yeah, or 2025.
It's not happening. I'd like to know how other people are getting on with Thrive for 25. I'm doing really well at the moment, although we haven't done any more of our book we're going to do together.
No.
No.
What about you writing every day for 100 days? I got sick, so I kind of threw that off. Maybe
I'm
we
doing
should.
all right. Yeah, I'm getting some down every day. At least 730 is the least amount of words for the day. So that's not doing too bad. And the most was 6,000 the other day. I did 4,000 in the morning, and yeah, another 2.
That
So
was the day I didn't write because I was watching Netflix the night before.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of us was battling monsters at least.
Yeah. But then I did make up for it on the weekend.
Yeah. That's yeah. So we get to that part of the episode where I ask you, so what's next week, Rachel?
I don't know. I think you should decide.
Yeah. And the joys of editing, I can just sit here going for about 10 minutes. Include it.
We should do a craft one.
So you always do this. You did this last time. I said, "What's next?" And you went, "I think you should decide." And then I went like that and started dribbling a bit, looking out of the window. And you chime in and go, "We should do this." So be your bossy self. Stop putting it on me and just your natural flow. Let it come out.
Yeah, I don't know what we should do, but I think we should do something crafty.
You don't know what we should do, but this is what we're gonna do. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Crafty. How to make paper.
Yeah, card making for procrastination.
Bookbinding 101.
We could do procrastination for writers,
Yeah.
and we just won't turn up.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Let's next week talk about. We're going to do something crafty, and we're going to talk about how we create our characters.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
See, you knew what we were going to do all along.
And then after that, we can talk about. We could do a whole section on the craft bits. We can also talk about how to brainstorm your ideas, and then how to get that idea into a story.
Right, I'm going to stop you out there. If you turned up to one of our recordings, because after that we were talking about promos, and then we just start chatting shit for half an hour too. So
No, I mean the next episode after.
Oh right, okay. So right, I thought you meant
Yeah.
like do half of something and then half in the same.
No. Next episode, we're gonna go a little bit crafty, and we'll talk about how we create our characters.
Right, yeah, that would be a good one actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a lot of me going. I don't know. Just right, and it's them.
Well, you've got, and if we're recording on Friday because we're both away in March, you've got 4 days to come up with some answers.
An author of 20 novels has got 4 days to research how to craft a character.
How you craft a character, so the only research you have to do is sit and talk to yourself.
Right, yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. It's been emotional. I will see you next week.
See you next week. Do you know what we forget to do? We forget to invite people to come and join our Facebook group and like the videos and do all the stuff. So I think you should add that and then
You
say
realise
goodbye.
we're still recording, so you've
Yeah,
just done
yeah.
it.
So we're gonna say that, do all that, and now we're gonna say goodbye.
Okay. Say it then.
What? Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, but you didn't say, please.
I said it all. You can leave it in. Don't edit it out.
No, but you weren't talking to the listener, you were talking to me.
You need to say it's your episode.
Okay. Please like, subscribe, click. Please ask any questions. That's what we want the most. If you've got a question about anything, please come and reach out. We might have an answer. I'll Google it, me, but Rachel's good at this stuff. Yeah. Ask us. Because we're a fountain of knowledge, aren't we, Rachel?
Yeah. You're the tech guy.
Fuck off. I'm the tech guy. It's only because I like to know all the things. I think it's an OCD thing or something. I just think if that person can do that, well, why can't I learn that? And it just means that, I'm a jack of all, master of none.
Anyway, you're talking again. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.